Hey everyone, it's a Crafty Crocheter back for another video. I have to write something down real quick, so give me a minute. Okay, I'm ready. So, this is going to be a long video. I have so much stuff to show you guys that I cannot believe it. So this is episode number 75. And before I get started with all of my stuff, I want to say a huge thank you to my 316 subscribers. Last week, I have notes again. Last week, I had 308 subscribers. This week, or no, that was 2 weeks ago. Yes. 2 weeks ago, I had 308 subscribers. Now I have 316. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. That's how people find us. So, let me write something down. Okay, so let's do finished objects first. That way I can throw them all the way over there. So, we'll do this one first, since I only have the one. I finished a knitted hat. Look! I finished it. This is in the colorway Lemon Drop. The only thing I do not like is this right here, but that's okay. This stitch marker is a little bee. It fits it perfectly, I think. Is where I was the last time I showed you. So I did all of that and did decreases. And I'll show you some of what I got in my it's not a yarn haul, I got things at Joann's. So since I showed you this now, I can take out my little stitch marker. So there's my little hat. This is Red Heart with Love in the Lemon Drop. So I finished that. Along with Lemon Drop, I finished a crochet beanie, because what I did was I used up most of it for the knitted beanie, and then I finished this little hat. So I did pretty much the standard double crochet beanie until I got to here, and then I started doing half double crochet, and then yeah, I did half double crochet for, I can't put this on because it's for a kid. I tried, but it didn't fit me, so it's going to be going into the donation pile, which I have 5 bags in my closet. Yeah, 5. So I finished that. I just wanted to do a quick show and tell. So this is my first ever knitted beanie, and as you can see, I didn't waste any time. I did like 3 rows of decreasing or something like that, and then I just cinched it up. I didn't do that with that new one, so this is my old one. This is my very first one, and I'm much happier with my second one, that's for sure. Okay, so we're doing finished objects first. Okay, so the next finished object is this little octopus. Okay, the head was supposed to be a bear, but I didn't keep the book with the head, and I couldn't figure out which one I started. So I just made him into finish the decreases and made him into an octopi, because I couldn't remember what I was doing, what pattern I was doing, or anything like that. So this is my little octopus. I think I put brown eyes on him. Yeah, I put brown eyes on him. I also forgot to tell you, today is the 1st of June. My birthday is in 12 days. In 12 days, I will be 27. Yeah. Then my next project is my other elephant that I had started, then I finished him. I need to go to a class on how to sew elephants, because his head is cockeyed, as you can see. His legs are cockeyed. His tail is kind of okay. I just have everything cattywampus, but it's like he's cocking his head to the side when he's listening to you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, this is just made with Red Heart Super Saver Delft Blue. I better start marking these off on my list, or I'm never gonna. Or I'm never gonna remember which ones I showed you. Okay. I have a lot of finished objects. So, my first finished object is this little shawl. I love how it patterned. Isn't that awesome? And this is made with Caron 1 pound in the Gossamer colorway. It's not very big. I got tired of working on it, and I was like, okay, this is big enough. Does anybody else do that? They get tired of working on a project, so they just pretty much stop working on it and call it done. I do that a lot. So yep, that's my favorite shawl pattern, as you guys know. I'm gonna show that one last. I have been making some of these little lapgans, and I just had an avalanche. So this is a little lapgan that I had with some of the leftovers from the other little blanket that I made recently. So the variegated is Country Basket. I put it with white, and then the blue and white, and then a Country Basket, and then Country Basket and white. So little lapgan. I've been making a lot of them lately. I also did this one. I'm basically just using up a lot of my yarn. Like the yarn that I've had in my stash for like a while. I decided that I was going to use it up, so I did. And here's another little lapgan. I don't know exactly how many I chained, but this one could be for a baby blanket too. This one is there's pale green, and then it's rainbow brights or something like that. But it's like the same concept as those other two I just showed you. I also finished another one of my favorite shawl patterns. I don't know if I showed you this in the last video, but this is the Beachy colorway by Red Heart with Love. I used 3 whole skeins of this, and it came up pretty big. Pretty happy with that one. I love how this one patterned too. Like, isn't that pretty? So I finished that one. And so as you guys know, UJet made me a very, very beautiful shawl in the colorway Scuba. And my gram liked the pattern so much, so she's like, can you make me one? I said, sure. What color do you want? So she came up and she sent me a text message and said, that pretty color that lady gave you. And I'm like, she gave me a lot of pretty colors. What color are you talking about? She's like, I'll be up. So she came up and picked out the blue, white, and green color. And then I made a virus shawl. So finally I am on the bandwagon now with the virus shawl. The only difference is I used a humongous hook. I used a 8mm, which is one of these acrylic plastic ones, and it turned out humongous. So I'm basically 5'3". This is way over my wingspan. Like, that's how much I have left over. So I watched a video. It was Bella Coco. Got it on the first try. Didn't have to go back to it. I don't know why I thought it was such a hard pattern, but I got it like on the first try, and I started another one, which you'll see in my whips. So now my grandma can have her shawl because she wanted it big enough that she could wrap it around her, and I did that. So I'm gonna take a drink. I'm drinking Pure Leaf, extra sweet. Very good. I have 3 of them over here. That virus shawl was in the Kiwi Pop colorway. Okay, now my basket is empty. So I really do need to clean those baskets out because both of my baskets are full of finished objects and I need them for next week. So tomorrow I'm going to have to clean them out and put my stuff in my bags, except for the one shawl. So now we are into whips. So my first whip is actually sitting right here next to me because I was working on it. You probably recognize this yarn from the little Lapgan. This is what's left. And I'm just making a crocheted beanie out of it to use it up. And I am using my 5mm crochet hook for that. It is extremely hot in here, so I'm gonna probably have to go turn my air conditioner on once I finish this video. Sorry, had to reach. So I have a lot of chunky yarn. I think it's our bulky yarn. So I've just made a bunch of, I'm gonna make granny squares out of them. And then put I'm gonna make an animal and put in the center of this. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll show you. So I have a bunch of this Bernat baby yarn. I don't know why I got it. I don't really like working with it. And I started a square out of it. I don't even know what the colors are. I didn't keep the ball bands. So I started a square, and I am using, which I think the next square I'm making is going to have to be a bigger hook. But I am using my 10.5. And it's creating kind of a dense fabric. And I have a hair worked in. So anyway, I have a bunch of this Bernat baby blanket yarn. So I'm making squares. I also have a couple of these, which is the Serenity Chunky from Joann's. And I'm going to make a little football to go with this color because I think it reminds me of football fields. So that's what I'm doing with this color. And then I have a red one here that I'm going to do something with. And then I have those that I'm eventually going to make into squares and make an animal some way, somehow, and put it on top of it, and it'll be a little lovey. Okay. My next whip is living in one of these awesome bags from UJet, and it is my Granny Square Shrug, I guess. And I got this far on it. Whoops. That stitch marker, where are you at? Where's the stitch marker? I did flip it. Okay, right here. So this stitch marker, right there, is where I was the last time. So I got quite a few rows on it. And I think I am using my, where is it in here? Yes, it is in here. So I am using this big boy right here, which is a, can you see that? It's a 9mm, which is an M. I'm using that. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go to my second cake. This is what I have left of this is the sad part of the first cake. But I think what I'm going to do is see how far that gets me. And then, sorry for the crinkling and the rustling. And then go from there. Now, I better mark this stuff down. Or cross it off. Okay. The next project that I am currently working on is kind of my own design. In a couple of videos previous, I started a shawl with the genie colorway. And I don't like it because it's taking forever to get far. So, I went to Walmart last week and got some plain colors from Mainstay and was like, I'm gonna start that shawl over again and see how far I can get. I started it, and this is how far I got. Basically, this is just the red Mainstay color, and I like it. It's different. It's definitely different. So this sad mess right here, this, oh no, I'm losing stitches. This sad mess right here is cake 1. And when I roll, I am using a 10, which is a 6mm. I am using that hook to do this. And, I'm liking it. So, when I roll my cakes, I can get 2 cakes out of 1 skein. My next project, sorry if I'm going fast, it seems like I'm going really fast. My next one is another virus shawl, and it is in the colorway white, wait, you can't see this, white and royal blue and Mainstays. I had to go to Walmart because doing those little Afghans, I used up every single worsted weight white I had. So, when I use white a lot for a lot of projects, and there's a lot of projects coming up that I need white for. So, I got every skein they had. They had 5 skeins. I got every single one. You can call me greedy, but the Mainstay white, sometimes there's a lot there, sometimes there's none there. So I was there was a lot there, so I grabbed it. So what I'm doing is basically a row repeat in white, then a repeat in blue, then a repeat in white, and so on. So that's my next project, and I am using my 6.5 hook to do this. So I have a skein of blue and a skein of white in there with me, or with it. My next project is another shawl. I was at my mom's last week and I was working on this and I ran out of yarn, but I have the yarn, and I am using my 6mm on this shawl. And I did not bring the shawl book over, but it's the Navajo shawl. It's from the Modern Crocheted Shawls book. I got it at Joann's. So this is where I ran out of yarn. I need to tie another skein on. I really like it. And then I am going to put this purple on it, which I think is Caron 1 pound in the purple color. So that's my next project. I'm hoping to get a lot of these projects done for next week. We will see. My next project is not a big project, but you remember this jumbo skein? It's one of the ones UJet sent me, and these come in handy when I'm making my little Afghans. Because as you can see, I've got this one quite used up, and I am just using a bunch of scrap balls of yarn, and I am making another little Afghan out of it. So I'm using the red right now, and then I'm going to put this color on it, and it should be done. So that's what I have for this little project. I like these little Afghans. I'm making them big enough that they fit inside of a wheelchair. But look in the future, because I want to start making blankets for the homeless shelter. And as you can see, I have a lot of yarn. And you can't even see half of it. I still have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still have 14 places that have yarn in them that I'm trying to use up. So, I told you guys this was going to be a long one. I'm going to go over that one last, because I'm not happy with that one. The next project I have, I don't know if it's going to get frogged or not. I'm seriously thinking about frogging it, but I'm not sure. Is a little Afghan another little blanket that I started, that if I work on it, I want it to be a baby blanket, because apparently everybody decided that they were going to have babies, and we get new people up at our work, my grandma's work, every single week. And it seems like every time I get a baby blanket done, somebody else is having one. So I started this little blanket the day that we went on our road trip and got lost. And I am using the rest of the 1 cake of Mandala Baby. And I'm using the Far, Far Away colorway. I really don't want to frog this, because lately it seems like when I tried to frog Mandala, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. So I'm thinking that I'm not going to frog it, because that was a lot of work that I had to do, because I kept my, and it's in the V-stitch. You guys know I love the V-stitch. So I think I'm just going to keep on going with that one, because I really do like it. Okay. My last project that I'm working on. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you will have seen this project. I started it when I was at my mom's last week, and I am not happy with how it is turning out. I love the stitches. I love how I'm making the stitches, and it's my own design, I think. I haven't found anything like this, but this is it. I do not like how it is turning into a diamond. I do not like that there is definitely a point to it. Everybody seems to like it. Everybody really does. I am just not 100% sure I like it because of the V. Do you guys? Here's my question. I am using the Sea Coral Red Heart Ombre yarn. Should I frog or should I keep going? Is my question. I like the stitch that I'm doing. It's very open, it's very meshy, it's not solid. I like the stitch, but I just do not like that dip. I don't like how this is pointed here. Or if I should start another one and try to do a different thing up here. Like, should I take it apart? Do like a chain 4? Give me ideas, because right now I do not like this. And I don't know if by starting it a different way will help it or not. I am using a 6.5mm hook for this. Give me your opinions, give me suggestions, because I like the stitches, I like how they're coming out. Do you think sorry about the wrestling. Do you think I should start another one and try like a different way to begin it than a magic ring? Because right now, I am just not liking that that point at the top. I do not like it at all. I have a whole box of Junior Mints that keep opening. I also wanted to say that I really do appreciate everybody's comments and stuff. And now we're gonna kind of get into the little Joann haul before I get into my life update. So, in my haul, I went to Joann's. It's in a Wise bag, but I went to Joann's the other day because I was looking for a book. Well, they didn't have the book this time, the last time, but they did have it this time. And they had all of these different kind of looms outside. So I got 2 of these, which they're the tadpole, and I have to put that one over there because I can't get this one out of the box. So basically, I got 2 of these, and what I am going to use these for is child scarves. I think these are the perfect size for child scarves. They were on sale for $8.97, so I got 2 of them, and that's what I'm going to be making with them, is child scarves, because I have big looms, but I do not like them that much because they have the hook on top of them. So I'm gonna try these ones and see how I like them. And my bed looks like a mess. I also got another sock loom because I told you in one of my last videos, I can't remember if it was the Knit With Me video, I hate clover hooks. And I bought a lot of them. I bought all of these, and I realized that I do not like them. So, I got another sock loom because my one broke. I accidentally stepped on it. And, I don't like it. So I got I like my sock loom, I just don't like the clover knitting needles. So I got this one. So I'm gonna maybe start. I have socks on my other loom. It's just I got this one to see if I can use that wool like that I got. I'm probably good for it. while I was at Joann's, last week, I was also looking for knitting needles, the straight ones, the short but straight ones. And I found 2 sizes that I like. Because I also want to tell you about, so I was looking for new knitting needles because all of the knitting needles that I have, the rest of them, I have 5 right now that I'm currently using. All of the knitting needles that I have are small. They're small needles. And I wanted some to use for, my knitting hats. So I got on Wish and found these. Oh, glare. Sorry about that. I found these. Can you see that? These are Knitter's Pride Marbles Fixed Circular Needles. 16 inches, and you get 9 of them. So I got those, and I also got some of these because I don't like the ones at Joann's, because the ones at Joann's, you only get 4 in a pack and they're like $6. Well, anyway, back to my needles. So while I was at Joann's, I was looking at their knitting needles. And I have short bamboo needles that my pap got me off of Amazon. I don't like them because they don't slide very well, which is the same problem that I found with the Clover bamboo needles from Joann's. So while I was at Joann's, I found these, which is Susan Bates, which is my favorite brand. And these ones are 7 inches, but they're a 5mm, 8 US. So I have 2 packs of those. Okay, we'll do this right. I got 2 packs of those, and I got 1 pack of the 4.5mm, 7 US. And I was going to get more, but of course they didn't have the sizes that I needed. So I just have 3 of them now. And these ones, which is the 4.5 millimeter, I use to decrease on that lemon drop hat. They worked great. They worked great. I love them. So yeah, I got those. That's everything for like the crochet and knitting stuff. Now I am going to talk to you about my life update. So as most of you know, this is probably going to be like 40 minutes long. Maybe 35, 37 or something like that. But anyway, as most of you know, lately I've been having a lot of trouble with my ears. And I went to my ear specialist on Wednesday and found out that I have TMJ. Basically, what TMJ stands for, sorry, I'm swiveling. Basically, what TMJ stands for is just I clench my jaw all the time. I do it when I sleep. I do it when I crochet. Pretty much, I do it all the time. So the doctor looked at my mouth and she was like, "Do you know your back molars are worn down significantly?" And I said, "No." She's like, "You go to a dentist regularly?" And I said, "Yeah, every 6 months." She's like, "And your dentist didn't tell you that you're grinding your teeth down?" I said, nope. She's like, well, I think what you need, I think the reason why you're having so much pain in your ears and stuff is because your jaw is right underneath your ears, and this whole area over here is all connected somehow. That's what I'm saying. But she said more in a more medically term. So she's like, I think what you need is a mouth guard. So I'm like, okay, where do I get one? She's like, well, you can get a temporary one at the big pharmacies like CVS, Rite Aid, places like that. So we're like, okay. She's like, but I would also look into talking to your dentist and getting a good one. But your insurance may pay for it or it may not pay for it. I said, okay. Well, my grandma's in there with me, and we were talking and stuff, and she's like, your ears look fine. I don't see anything in them. Because what we were afraid of was, I had a tumor in my ear when I was younger, and that's what we were afraid had grown back because of my pain and stuff. But she said, nope, don't see no tumor, don't see any wax, your ears look very, very well. I said, that's good, because we were all worried that my tumor was coming back. She's like, no, I don't see any inkling of your tumor or anything like that. I also had a hearing test done. My hearing test showed that I had no more hearing loss, but they want me back every year just to make sure that it's not getting worse. So I got a mouth guard. I made it today. It's right here in this container. And basically, I have to wear it when I crochet and when I sleep. I crochet all the damn time. So basically, I'm going to be wearing this thing for almost 24/7. It's going to be like 27 because I crochet like 20 hours a day and I'm asleep the rest of the time. So yeah, I'm going to be wearing that thing for a lot during the day and stuff. So, but that is it for everything that I have. Thank everybody for sending their prayers my way and all sending me messages, saying how my ears were, especially Karen Crochet, which follows me on Instagram. I'm not really sure if she's on YouTube or not. If you are Karen, please let me know, because I would like to watch you. But and Darlene from Facebook, thank you so much for asking about me. And Ujet, thank you so much for asking about me and my package. And thank you everybody for subscribing and watching me and caring about me and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go. It's almost 40 minutes long. I haven't had this long of an episode in a long, long time. So thank you everybody for watching. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I am at 316 subscribers. And I would like to get up to 350 before my birthday. I think it's pretty much impossible, but you never know. So I am going to go. I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow, because I have nothing going on as far as I know tomorrow. So you might see me tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys later.